All right, so today we're going deep, really deep into the world of cannabinoids and aging. We've got some fascinating research to unpack. So get ready for a truly fascinating deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
We're going to be exploring some seriously heavy-duty scientific stuff.
Right.
But don't worry, we'll break it down, make it all clear and understandable.
Absolutely.
We're talking PhD level cannabinoid signaling.
Right.
But you'll come away with a solid understanding.
Sounds good.
So we're diving into the potential of these compounds to actually slow down aging and keep our brains sharp.
Yeah. It's amazing what we've been learning about this.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? What we've uncovered is pretty surprising.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It's not just about how long we live.
Right.
But how well we live in those later years.
Exactly. That's the key.
So we're talking lifespan and the quality of life.
Absolutely.
That's a game changer.
It is.
Okay, but before we get too far ahead, we need to lay the foundation.
Right, the basics.
Let's talk about this endocannabinoid system everyone keeps mentioning.
Okay, good place to start.
What is this ECS thing anyway?
Well, think of the ECS.
Okay.
Like your body's own internal cannabis network.
Whoa, our bodies have a cannabis network.
It's a complex system that reacts to cannabinoids.
Okay.
Both the ones our body makes naturally and the ones we get from plants.
Like cannabis?
Wow, so our bodies are just like pre-wired.
Yeah, you could say that.
With cannabis.
It is. It wasn't until the 1990s that researchers really started unlocking the secrets of this system. Dr. Machulam's lab discovered these little molecules called endocannabinoids.
Endocannabinoids.
Yep.
Are those the VIPs?
They are. They're the key players in this whole system.
Okay, got it.
We have anandamide.
Anandamide.
And 2-arachidonyl glycerol.
Wow, that's a mouthful. Yeah, usually just called 2AG for short.
2AG, got it.
These guys are the keys.
Keys to what?
They unlock the potential of the endocannabinoid system.
Okay, so we have the keys.
Right.
But keys need locks.
Exactly.
What are the locks in this system?
Good question. The locks are the receptors.
Receptors, okay.
Specifically CB1 and CB2.
CB1.
And CB2.
Got it.
Think of them as docking stations.
Interesting.
Where the cannabinoids can attach.
I'm picturing it now. So we've got these endocannabinoids floating around. They bump into these receptors.
Right.
And then what?
What happens then?
Yeah, does the door open or something?
Not quite a door, but close.
Okay.
It's more like a chain reaction gets set off.
I love a good chain reaction.
It's a process called cannabinoid signaling.
Cannabinoid signaling.
It's where things get really interesting.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, these receptors are a special type called G protein.
Okay.
Coupled receptors are GPCRs for short.
GPCRs, got it.
When a cannabinoid binds to a GPCR, it's like flipping a switch.
Right.
The receptor changes its shape.
A shape-shifting receptor.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and this activates a G protein.
G protein.
Which then interacts with a bunch of other molecules.
Oh, so it's like a domino effect?
That's a good way to put it.
One thing triggering the next.
That's exactly what it is, this cascade of events. It's all part of this signaling process.
So we've got the cannabinoid binding,
right?
The receptor changing shape, and the G protein getting activated.
What happens next?
Yeah, what happens next?
Well, things get a bit complex here.
Okay, I'm ready.
This activated G protein acts like a messenger.
A messenger.
Carrying instructions to different parts of the cell.
So it's delivering a message.
It relies on other molecules like GTP, sushi, to help it navigate.
So like a GPS.
Yeah, like a GPS.
To find the right destinations.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
It is.
And the goal of all this?
The goal is to influence how the cell functions.
I see.
Things like CNMP levels.
Okay.
And the activity of enzymes like PKA.
So these are all
play a crucial role.
Involved in how the cell grows
and
survives.
Yes.
Wow. That's incredible.
It is a complex process.
But there's even more to this, right?
There's a lot more.
Calcium ions, PLC, DAGE, IP3.
I got it.
It's like a whole symphony of molecules.
It is all working together.
And then we have the MAPKs.
Right. Those are families of proteins.
Like ERK, JNK, and P38.
Exactly.
Wow, my head is spinning with all these acronyms.
I know. It's a lot to take in.
But the takeaway here,
the main point,
is that cannabinoid signaling is a super intricate process.
Absolutely.
That could have huge effects on how our cells work.
That's right. And when you consider our cells are the building blocks, you start to realize how powerful this system can be.
That's mind-blowing.
It is.
Okay, so we've gone deep into the cell.
We have.
But I want to zoom out now.
Okay.
And think bigger.
Big picture.
How does all this relate to aging?
That's the big question.
That is the big question.
And researchers are working hard to find answers.
I'm hooked. Tell me more.
Well, let's start with the potential of cannabinoids.
Okay.
To protect our brains.
So we're talking about shielding our brain cells.
From damage, the kind that can lead to cognitive decline.
Like Alzheimer's.
Exactly.
And there's evidence to suggest that certain cannabinoids can do that.
Yes, there is some promising research in that area. Yeah, there's a growing body of research showing that certain cannabinoids might have some pretty amazingly neuroprotective effects.
So
they can help shield
our brain cells from damage.
From the wear and tear that comes with aging.
That would be a game changer.
It really could be.
That's incredible.
And the research isn't just limited to preventing cognitive decline either.
To what else?
We're seeing studies that suggest cannabinoids might also have potential in helping with conditions like epilepsy, dystonia, which is a movement disorder.
Oh, wow.
And even certain types of brain tumors.
Wait, brain tumors?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is.
Are we talking about like shrinking tumors?
Well, it's still early days. And we need more research to understand how this works.
Yeah.
But some studies have shown promising results.
Promising results?
It seems that certain cannabinoids might be able to slow or even stop the growth.
The growth of these tumors?
Yeah.
Wow, this is going way beyond anything I imagined.
We're on the verge of unlocking.
It sounds like it.
Some serious tools.
Yeah.
For fighting age-related brain diseases.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But let's not forget about the other side.
Right. We were talking about how cannabinoids might not only help us live longer, but also live better.
Absolutely.
What's the latest?
What's the latest on?
Yeah, on the lifespan research.
Well, the research on lifespan is still in its early stages.
I see.
But there are some intriguing hints.
Oh, intriguing hints? Like what?
Like cannabinoids might be able to influence the aging process itself.
Hold on. Slow down aging itself.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Well, it all comes back to the endocannabinoid system.
Right.
The ECS is involved in regulating a whole bunch of bodily functions that are closely tied to aging.
Like what?
Things like metabolism, inflammation, and even how cells grow and divide.
So by tweaking the ECS,
by tweaking it,
could we potentially slow down the aging process?
That's the big question.
That is the big question.
And it's one that scientists are eager to answer. We need more research.
More research is always needed.
The possibility is definitely there.
Okay, so we've got cannabinoids potentially protecting our brains, maybe even extending our lifespans.
Possibly.
But what about day-to-day quality of life?
That's important too.
Can cannabinoids help with that?
Absolutely.
As we age, I mean.
Don't forget the endocannabinoid system plays a role in regulating
things like
mood, sleep.
Mood and sleep.
Appetite and pain perception.
All things that can be a problem as we get older.
Big time.
I've heard from a lot of
older folks struggle with anxiety, insomnia, chronic pain.
Could cannabinoids really help with those issues?
There's promising research suggesting they could.
That's good.
For example, we're seeing studies.
Oh, tell me about it.
Showing that certain cannabinoids can be effective.
Effective in treating
chronic pain conditions.
Which can make a huge difference.
It can.
In quality of life.
Absolutely.
I've also heard anecdotal stories about cannabis helping people sleep better.
Yeah. Is there any scientific evidence?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yes, actually there are.
Oh, really?
There are studies indicating that certain cannabinoids, particularly CBD, can promote relaxation. And improve sleep quality.
That's great.
They can help regulate the sleep-wake cycle.
That makes sense.
And reduce anxiety. Which can lead to more restful sleep.
That's great news for anyone who's tossing and turning at night.
What about mood disorders?
Mood disorders, like anxiety and depression.
Yeah, that's a more complex question.
Okay, why is that?
Well, some studies have shown that certain cannabinoids, like THC, can have antidepressant and anxiolytic effects.
Oh.
It's important to remember that.
Like, what's important to remember?
Everyone's endocannabinoid system is unique.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all?
No, not at all.
Got it.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Makes sense.
We need to be cautious.
About what?
About potential side effects.
Side effects, okay.
Especially with THC.
Right, the psychoactive component.
Exactly. It can make people feel high.
The one that makes you feel high.
While THC can have beneficial effects,
it can also
cause anxiety and paranoia. in some people.
Okay.
Especially older adults who might be more sensitive.
More sensitive, so.
It's about finding the right cannabinoid.
Okay.
The right dose.
Right dose, that's important.
And working with a healthcare professional.
Working with a doctor.
Someone who understands all these nuances.
It sounds like there's a lot of potential for cannabinoids to improve quality of life as we age.
There is.
But it's not just a simple solution.
No, it's not.
It's not a one-size-fits-all.
It's about understanding the individual's needs.
The person's needs.
Their medical history.
Their history.
And tailoring a cannabinoid therapy.
Okay.
That's safe and effective for them.
Sounds like a personalized approach.
Exactly. It's not about
prescribing cannabis to everyone.
Okay.
It's about understanding. Education is power.
And ongoing research to fully understand
the potential
benefits.
And risks. Okay, speaking of research, there's one area I'm particularly interested in.
What's that?
The potential role of cannabinoids.
In treating specific age-related diseases?
I know this is controversial.
It can be, yeah.
But I've heard
what have you heard?
Some incredible things.
Really?
About cannabinoids and conditions like Alzheimer's.
Cure.
Even cancer.
Cancer, that's a big one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of research happening.
Oh, is there?
In this area. And while we need to be cautious about overstating the benefits, the early findings.
Are
incredibly promising.
Okay, so first up, Alzheimer's.
All right, Alzheimer's.
What kind of research is being done there?
Researchers are exploring whether cannabinoids can protect brain cells from the damage caused by Alzheimer's, and whether they can reduce
the inflammation
associated with the disease.
So it's a two-pronged approach.
It is, protecting the cells. And calming the inflammation.
So potentially slowing down the progression.
Yeah.
And improving cognitive function.
That's the goal.
That would be huge.
Some studies suggest...
Okay, tell me more.
...that certain cannabinoids... Like THC and CBD might be able to do both.
Wow.
Of course, we need more research. But these findings offer a glimmer of hope.
For people living with this disease.
That's incredible. What about
Parkinson's?
Parkinson's disease.
How might cannabinoids be beneficial there? Well, Parkinson's is characterized by the loss of dopamine producing neurons in the brain, which leads to tremors, stiffness,
and difficulty with movement.
Oh, wow.
Researchers are investigating
cannabinoids
can protect these neurons and improve motor function.
Okay, so it's about
preserving brain cells that are essential for movement
and coordination.
And there's some evidence
that
cannabinoids might be able to modulate dopamine signaling. Which could potentially alleviate some of the symptoms of Parkinson's.
Now, what about cancer?
Yeah.
This is a sensitive topic.
It is?
I've heard whispers
about
that cannabinoids might
have anti-cancer property.
Anti-cancer.
Is there any truth to that?
That's the big question.
It's a complex area.
Okay.
We need to be cautious
about
making definitive statements.
Right.
But there is some preclinical evidence indicating that certain cannabinoids might inhibit tumor growth
and spread.
Yeah. It's not a cure.
I see.
But it could be part of a treatment approach.
So it's about exploring all the options.
Absolutely.
It's inspiring to hear.
It is inspiring.
About all the potential therapeutic applications
cannabinoids
for age-related diseases.
It feels like
it does.
We're on the cusp of a new era in medicine.
It's not just about
treating diseases.
No.
It's also about enhancing well-being.
Enhancing overall well-being.
And promoting healthy aging.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's a great goal.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground.
The
intricacies of
cannabinoid signaling.
The
potential benefits.
The benefits for
neuroprotection. Lifespan.
Quality of life.
And even treating age-related diseases.
That's right.
What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts.
On this whole topic?
Well, I think it's clear.
What's clear?
That the endocannabinoid system
plays a vital role.
In regulating processes essential for healthy aging by modulating the activity of this system.
The endocannabinoid system.
We might unlock
new approaches,
new and innovative approaches
for promoting well-being,
addressing some of the challenges
that come with
getting older.
That's a great point.
It is, and I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear more
as research progresses.
I'm
confident that
we'll have much more to share
in the coming years.
In the coming years, this field is moving.
It's moving fast
at an incredible pace.
That's amazing.
The discoveries.
Wow, that's a great note to end on.
It is.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
On this deep dive into the world of cannabinoids and aging.
It's been a pleasure.
We've learned so much together.
And remember, folks, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Stay curious and keep learning.
That was a lot of information.
It was. We covered a lot.
We went from tiny molecules to
treating some of the
most challenging diseases.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
Yeah, it makes me wonder about
what?
Something we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The entourage effect.
Oh, the entourage effect.
Is that something?
It's a fascinating concept.
It is. What is it?
It refers to the idea that different cannabinoids and compounds
in cannabis
can work together synergistically.
So it's not just about THC or CBD?
No, not in isolation.
It's about the whole team.
Exactly, working together.
For a more powerful effect.
It's like the difference between...
Between what?
Listening to a solo musician and a full orchestra.
I like that analogy.
The individual parts are good.
Yeah.
But together...
Something magical.
Something magical happens.
But how does this relate to aging?
Well, as we get older, our endocannabinoid system starts to decline.
Oh, no.
It becomes less efficient.
Less efficient at
producing and responding.
Responding to
cannabinoids.
So our bodies are less receptive.
Unfortunately, yes.
To cannabinoids as we age.
It is a bit of a bummer.
But it sounds like...
It presents an opportunity.
What kind of opportunity?
Perhaps by supplementing?
Supplementing with
the full spectrum?
Full spectrum of cannabinoids.
We can help restore balance.
The ECS.
And counteract
those age-related
changes.
Okay, so big picture.
Big picture.
What does the future hold?
I'm incredibly optimistic.
About the
future.
What do you see?
I see potential.
Potential for what?
For personalized medicine.
Personalized cannabinoid medicine.
Imagine a world where we can analyze an individual system.
The endocannabinoid system.
And tailor a therapy.
A cannabinoid therapy.
That's suited to their needs.
Wow. So like a custom blend?
Exactly. A custom blend.
Designed to
address their health concerns.
And optimize their well-being.
Precisely.
That's amazing.
It is. And I believe as research continues...
We'll see.
More targeted therapies.
With
specific combinations. Cannabinoids.
Being used to treat
specific conditions.
That's exciting.
It is, but let's be realistic.
Okay, realistic about what?
There are hurdles.
Hurdles we need to overcome.
Yeah, like legal barriers.
Oh, right.
And social stigma.
Yeah, that's a big one.
We need more research.
More research.
Especially long-term studies.
Long-term studies.
To understand the effects of cannabinoid use, especially in older adults.
And funding.
Funding for research is crucial.
It is. It's hard to make progress without it.
Absolutely.
But despite
the challenges,
I'm hopeful too.
We're on the right path.
I think so too.
We're at a pivotal moment.
A pivotal moment.
The momentum is building.
That's good.
The more we learn
about the endocannabinoid system,
the closer we get to
unlocking the secrets
to
a healthier,
more fulfilling
later life.
Exactly. It feels like
it does feel
we're witnessing
a paradigm shift.
And
how we think about aging. Instead of just accepting decline as inevitable, ways to enhance our health span. And improve our quality of life.
As we get older.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
It's so important for everyone.
It is.
To stay informed.
To stay informed and engaged.
In this conversation.
Absolutely.
The more we understand.
The more empowered we are.
To make decisions.
Informed decisions about our health.
Okay, so to wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave everyone
with a final thought.
If we can fine-tune
this incredible system,
a cannabinoid signaling system, could we unlock a new approach
to extending lifespan
and improving brain health
as we age?
That's a powerful question.
It is.
It deserves careful consideration.
For sure.
As we delve deeper into research.
Yeah.
will face challenges.
Scientific
and ethical.
But for now, we encourage you all
to keep your eyes peeled
for new research.
In this exciting and rapidly evolving field,
the discoveries
could revolutionize how we approach aging.
Wow.
Until then.
Stay
curious.
Keep exploring.
And never stop learning.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
On The Deep Dive.